as much. It's Night Elf versus Undead, obviously. Lucifer versus Moon. And the first two heroes are out. DK and Demon Hunter are gonna be the choice. The absolute standard, obviously. There's a few Night Elves who like to go Warden, but it's not that many. By the way, kind of the dream found here. Maybe the Circlet would be better, but certainly nothing to complain about here as the first two items for Moon. Both players will be getting their level 2. Question is, how much does Lucifer want to try to keep this Demon Hunter from level 3? Or how much does he instead prefer and prioritize creeping up himself? Tech-wise, we have the Night Elf a decent chunk ahead. Lucifer decided to go creeping with 4 ghouls instead of 3. You can also do it with 3. Of course, with 4 it's a little bit faster. And now he's coming in for the Creep Jack, trying to steal some creeps. He gets that one. And another pair of Slippers of Agility. The first ghoul will not be microed away in time. But now the demon in trouble is surrounded. Oh my god, he doesn't get it. He's gonna try to get it again. Sorry for the spikes here, by the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, the coil is not gonna be enough. Holy crap, 15 HP. I hope the lag stabilizes. If not, we're gonna have to go for Netty's TV in the next game. Boots of Speed now on this demon, and this is about as powerful as a level 2 hero as you're ever gonna see. Boots of Speed, double slippers, and claws of attack. This makes him so strong right now. Basically gives him all the map control in the world. Let's see, Hunter's Hall. Did he think about it? There, nope, there it's not. There it is, though. Pretty much in time. Maybe a few seconds late, but nothing to really mention. Here we have the graveyard, also on time, so the players are not messing up. Did he see those Shadow Melt archers? Does he realize it? He's moving kind of weird, but doesn't seem like he realizes it. Okay. Moves past him. And continues to creep for a bit. Demon Hunter buying the staff already and the Naga. So even if the Naga gets surrounded, he has the staff to get her out. I like this. Oh, and now this might result in a lot of damage. At least 2 ghouls, I assume, are going to be biting the dust. 1 ghoul, 2 ghouls. Super lag. Alright, for the next game we're going to be going into Netty's TV. I can't do it now, because when you're in a game and then you drop out and go into the Netty's TV thingy, then it says you can't join because you're in the room, which is kind of weird. So we're gonna have to sustain through the lag here a little bit. Next game is gonna be better. DK now trying to go for some risky, sneaky creeping. Oh, but Moon finds him again! This early game is absolutely fantastic for him, not only the items. Where's his TP, by the way? Oh, on the Naga, okay. Not only as far as the items are concerned, but also where Lucifer is going, the openings he can find. And he's gonna get another ghoul that's gonna be level 3 for him. He denies it, actually. Well done. Frostmourne keeps the experience away. Now the Archer block coming in. This should be enough for the Naga to catch up with the Cold Arrow. She also has the Boots of Speed. Nice block coming towards the DH. But he can now finish him, the ghoul, with the Archers if he wants. Actually does it with the first hero. That is finally level 3. The block continues. Could this possibly be a hero kill? That would be crazy, but no, he retreats to the safety of his base. There's no Narrow Tower here, but there is a shop and a Lich. And now he's gonna be picking up some of the archers. Did Moon only have 2 archers this game? There's 1 here. Alright, so he had 3, but that's not many either. Oh, and he's gonna get another ghoul. He can commit so hard with this demon, thanks to the staff that he has on the Naga. Absolutely fearless. Oh my god, this early game is a disaster for Lucifer. I haven't been keeping count, but it must have been at least 5 or 6 ghouls lost in return for 1 single archer. And now he's gonna cancel the slaughterhouse as well. The surround doesn't even matter. Remember, he has the staff and he doesn't need to use it. Oh my god, if he loses the demon, the DK, that would make me quit the game. I would be uninstalling the game for at least a month. But okay, DK survives. Silver lining, I guess. And he's level 3, so that's not too terrible, but Tier 3 is gonna be finishing, and don't even think about destroyers, man. Just statues are miles off. This is about as bad as it can get, honestly. Haven't seen such an incredibly one-sided early game at this high level in quite a while. And what did it come down to? Well, he decided to go for pressure with ghouls, which didn't really work. He lost one ghoul after the other. He could have been a little bit faster to micro. Maybe a saving coil could have been possible if the DK hadn't been in position to be burned. Of course, the items are certainly beneficial to Moon in this game. And especially, this creep camp I think here was the biggest mistake. He knew the timing for the tier 2 was finishing, so a Naga second tier was very likely. And after that he retreats with 2 ghoul losses, which is still okay. He goes here, which is super risky to go for more creeping to be done. And he loses a hell of a lot more. Moon being very aggressive this game, and it's paying off. Now is Naga perhaps in trouble, but she does have the boots, so does get away fairly quickly. Leveling the demon now instead of the Naga. Interesting choice. Don't know that I agree with it at all, to be honest. Greater mana. It's okay. But there's certainly better ones there. Even using the dust here. Having not seen the demon in quite a while, he's expecting him here to be invisibly. But he's just coming in visibly. Old-fashioned. He doesn't have any bears. He has 2 units. That's all he has. But he feels confident because his heroes are so strong. And of course, the staff can always get you out of trouble. Exposed and crept. In this matchup recently, we've seen a lot of tier 3 expansions. Get like 3 bears, 2 dryads, and then expand. We have no Frostworm transition. He only has 3 ghouls alive. So the lumber income isn't really there to support Frostworms, I guess. Did he buy... yeah. Heal Scroll and Invul. Seems like he's expecting an expo to be coming up here. Looking for a fight here to take it down. But no such thing. So he wasted a bit of time there, and Moon gets to keep on creeping. Has his 2 bears now, finds another greater mana. Already has the one on the Naga, so he's probably going to be selling this. Demon Hunter will be hitting level 4 here, becoming even stronger. DK, I would like to see him not taking up experience here from the camp. So that Lich and Naga, especially Naga, get ahead in levels. Naga is only level 1, man. She is so vulnerable. She definitely needs an invul. Absolutely. There's no way around it. And Moon seems to be satisfied, giving his opponent the upper left side of the map. He must know that this is being crept right now. It's the only logical thing. So this might be a bit of... oh, by the way, Scourge Bone Chimes, of course, always nice. This might be a bit of a mistake. Giving Lucifer this much to creep. He doesn't have Frostworms. He only has Fiends. And a lot of bears are obviously really good against Fiends. So maybe Moon is giving him a little bit too much space here. But he's getting quite a bit in return, of course. He only has 1 Dryad, by the way. And here's the expo. Oh, it was created here. Whoops, my bad. I didn't see it being created here. 8 through the trees, and now we are there. I wonder what that is. Oh my god, this is so good. As you could see, he destroyed the Claws of Attack instead of Slippers of Agility. And there was this one big Reddit thread once upon a time that explained which items are better at which stage. And I think in the late game, Slippers are actually better than Claws because of the agility bonus, like base attack time and shit. Oh, by the way, dream item found for Lucifer. Catgus Pipe, the best thing that any undead can ever dream of. Where's the Naga? Oh, there she is. She's only level 3. Fog Lightning level 2. He sold both Greater Manas. Okay. In favor of a healing potion. No invul, so she's still vulnerable, but he has 2 staffs. This is gonna be level 3 for the Lich, also a big deal, and level 4 for the DK, so these tiny trolls here are actually making a big difference. 60 supply for the Undead, 60 for the Night Elf, and we see this so often. The Undead is forced into attack onto the expansion, and if he doesn't win it, he loses the game most likely. Of course, he had a horrible early game. So Moon had a fairly easy time getting here, and he's sandwiching him now. The bears are coming from the south pretty fast here with the Drum of Endurance. The Kodo in the A-Bomb in the front, blocking pretty effectively against everything, but now the bears are running past, because he's trying to go for the Naga, exposing all of his fiends to the swipe claws of the bears. 1 or 2 even of the bears have fallen, now the Lich getting burned, being focused a little bit, and only 2 bears remain, but the Demon Hunter left completely untouched. Using the staff now it's on cooldown for the Naga actually, but she still has TP, healing potion and everything. But actually not a bad fight for Lucifer. He's ahead in supply right now, only by a little bit, but he is ahead. But of course production can be crazy right now. I would have liked to see a Ancient of Wind as well, but he didn't really have so much time to transition. And of course, with hippos you want to go hard or you want to go home. And here we go again. Demon into the front, burning the DK right away. How much mana do we have left remaining? Lich still has a bit, and the Naga in the back also, but only about 2 spells, and then that's it. Then the Undead is dry. We have Wand of Illusion for only the 2 real bears. And he's being driven back. Of course, this DK has crazy mana regen with this inventory. The last A-Bomb will not quite be falling. Coil saves it, but for how long is the question. Mana burn again on the Lich. Couldn't use the Nova before. Now he's out of mana. And the Naga only 1 Fog Lightning to her name, but it's only a level 1 Fog Lightning, so not really too powerful anyways. And the Demon Hunter keeps slicing through this army. Almost level 5 now. Oh, the Naga. Might she be in trouble, but she has the boots, so can't be caught up to too easily. And without Frostworms, it's so hard to kite against this army. I'm surprised to see how strong these fiends were against so many bears. I think that 1 A-Bomb tanking did a hell of a good job. Do we have Frost from transition maybe now? No, he really doesn't have the time, of course. Keeps on attacking, but now in a very bad position. He can't really kite backwards anymore. He's stuck. He's stuck here, and he doesn't have a TP. Heal Scroll, is he gonna use it now? Everything's kind of hurt. Has to, and there we go. 1 bear has fallen, second one gets staffed out. Only 2 destroys in the air. One of them falls right here. He's getting rid of the bears, yes, but the Demon Hunter's still completely untouched. He's level 5 now, and this means no more mana. Despite the Catgus Pipe, there's no mana. He transfers the invul on the Lich, but he's not fast enough to use it. But honestly, at that stage, it was too late anyways. And Lucifer throws in the towel. And Moon takes map number 1. Okay. So we can update our schedule here, as it is now 1-0 for Moon. Actually, I don't know if you guys remember, it was last year in October or November. I want to say November, when Moon had his big, comeback. They had a show on Azubu TV, or no, wait, it's not called Azubu, the Korean one. God damn it, what's its name? Africa TV. On Africa TV, they had this big show where the host was going like, "Hey Moon, you're back from the army. You're gonna be playing Warcraft again. You're, so to say, back to Warcraft." And yeah, how you've been doing? You have a child now, and all this and that. And towards the end of the show, to his comeback show, he was playing against Lucifer, and there he won as well. And it wasn't looking too good for Lucifer throughout the entire game, honestly. And Lucifer, he's been making some waves. He's won 2 or 3 Jera Cups now, I forget. So, and he's the first Undead to ever do that, to ever win a single one, in fact. So he has very strong days. And we usually say, alright, Lucifer's strongest matchup is against Human. And he's also not too bad against Night Elf. But especially that game right now in Amazonia, it felt pretty uninspired to me. You get there level 2, and then you kind of walk in to try to harass your opponent, but you're too late for that. There's different ways to be doing that to be on time. Even I know that. So you can, for example, creep this on Amazonia with 3 ghouls, and then after you take out the big renegade guy, then you leave with your DK, and the ghouls can finish the rest, and you still get level 2. And you're gonna be in time at the trolls to prevent the demon hunter from getting that too easily. Maybe you don't get the last hit, but the archer will most likely be ensnared, and you can get an easy kill on her. But yeah, it doesn't seem so crisp what Lucifer's playing. He knows the matchup and he kind of knows what to do, but he doesn't really have the timings down, it feels to me, perfectly, where he knows, alright, right now you have this and that, so with this and that I can engage. And stuff like that. When is Tillerman's comeback? I don't know. That would be something, wouldn't it? Tillerman, of course, a Scottish player, probably the only Scottish player to ever have played the game on a somewhat decent level. And he was hilarious back then with his audio commentaries. And I always have to think of Downware when I think of Tillerman, because he was such a big fan of him. If you don't know Downware, then shame on you. He was a great audio commentator for WC replays. And he did it in a different style than us. Like us back to Warcraft, we focus on competition and on esports. I think esports nowadays is almost kind of like a laughable term. Anyways, on recompetition, high level Warcraft, and he was more the fun aspect. He watched 4v4 team games and FAs and shit, and he was kind of doing comedy next to the game. So he was making funny remarks to the game, and in general he was pretty sarcastic, and he was being a comedic asshole most of the time. And I loved him. He has a YouTube channel as well. It's called Downware. Nowadays he doesn't do Warcraft anymore. He does some playthroughs here and there, but there's still the old Warcraft videos online. And they are a treat. And Downware was, by the way, also the guy who made the video The Best of Imbalance and Bugs. That's definitely the thing he's most known for, where he made a 3-part series of all the ridiculous items and imbalances and bugs that Warcraft had to offer once upon a time. Like, I don't know, for example, tower creeping is involved there, and Scepter of Mastery, and Goblin Landmines, especially Goblin Landmines, holy shit. All the ridiculously OP and broken things in Warcraft piled together. If you haven't seen that, then you definitely need to watch that. It's called The Best of Imbalance and Bugs. For Warcraft 3, or something like that. You can find it on YouTube. You guys aren't dumb, right? You know how to do that. Alright, the players are in the lobby. So we're going to be continuing with the second game soon. Oh, thank you, Karsten Svensson, for linking the YouTube video here. Is it the right one, or you're just trolling everyone? Ah, it's the right one. Excellent. So yeah, you can check it out right now or later. Bookmark it, guys. Bookmark it, or what is it called again? On YouTube you can do this thing like watch it later, right? That nobody ever clicks. You can do that somewhere. Where can you do that? Ah, yeah, you can add it to watch it later. But I think nobody has ever done that. Only 16,000 views. That's really a shame. That video deserves so much more. I actually played against Tillerman once. This was not Warcraft 3 though. This was StarCraft 2. That was when I was taking a break from Warcraft back in 2011 or something? 2012? Something like that. I played him on ladder. And he had the name Tillerman, and I was like, hey man, nice reference to the old Warcraft player. And he was like, what, do you actually remember me? And I was like, well, if it's you, then I do remember you. So yeah, maybe he was an imposter. But maybe he was the real guy. I mean, nowadays, how likely is it that someone would be pretending to be Tillerman? You guys remember the Battle.net account on Northrend, 4K Grubby, who would occasionally join custom games like fun maps and stuff, and everyone would lose their shit because, oh my god, it's Grubby, you're so amazing. And I'm actually not sure if that was his real account. I should ask him next time I see him. Maybe it expired at some point. Because Warcraft 3 accounts on Battle.net do expire if you don't log in to them for a long time, which is so freaking stupid, man. I remember I spent about a year on my one account getting it to 1,500 wins, because when you get it to 1,500 wins, you unlock the best portrait, or the highest portrait. And for Undead, that was the Dark Ranger, Sylvanas. And it took me so long, and of course I wasn't really good back then. I'm still not really good now, but I was so proud, you know, I finally got the 1,500, and shortly after that I stopped playing, and, you know, studies and StarCraft and stuff. And then I logged back in, like 2 years later, and my account's gone. My freaking account is gone. Grubby is too celeb for you, Remo. You have to pay in order to ask him things. I hope not. That would be pretty dumb. We had a good talk in at Gamescom last year, where I did an interview with him, which was so long. Jesus Christ, was definitely the most exhausting interview I've ever done. But he just kept on talking. He's a great interviewee, man. You don't have to like solicit the answers out of him. He just gives them to you without end. I think towards the end he was a little bit tired as well. It was a 1 hour interview. You can find that on our YouTube as well, if you guys are interested in a 1 year long, 1 year old, not 1 year long interview. Oh shit, the stream is lagging. Yeah, you're right, the stream is lagging. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna add change some settings here. Okay, it should be better now. By the way, we're not missing the games, don't worry. It's gonna take a little while. Alright, I turned down the bitrate a little bit. I think now should be better. You guys let me know if it's still spiky. But I think it's more stable now. Okay. Our next map of Lucifer versus Moon is gonna be Last Refuge. And there it is. What? I thought for a second he was gonna tell me that I'm in the room and that was gonna be a bug, but no! It's working, guys, don't you worry. Remo's got you covered. And here we go. So, Last Refuge, Demon Hunter, DK, pretty standard. So on Amazonia, Night Elf gets a free level 2. There is absolutely nothing you can do to prevent this. For Last Refuge, it's a different story. Because you take out these 3 creeps, each of them gives 48 experience, on level 1 that is. And that does of course not amount to level 2. You need this camp, or the High Priest here. But for that, the Undead can be in time to intercept and harass, if he wants to. But usually, Undeads nowadays like to at least get level 2 and then start the harass. And I think that's also viable here, because after you have gotten your level 2, I don't know, maybe with this and then this or something. Sometimes Undeads also like to go aggressive immediately, take this, take this camp first, and the Night Elf can't really be too aggressive because he is of course always in danger of getting surrounded, and then these guys, and of course sentry wards can drop from them, and sentry wards are kind of crazy strong. And here we go. Demon Hunter took the first camp, found the Gloves of Haste, and the DK running over immediately, trying to harass if creeping should continue. Oh my god, is he gonna be surrounded here? Oh, really? Oh, it's actually not closed. That was a nice attempt though by Moon. Of course he can't keep it closed. 1 DK and 2 skeletons will easily be able to fight out against a single archer, but that was a slick little move there. I like it. 1 Wisp parked up here, as it's always supposed to be, to see where the ghouls are going. This time tier 2. Faster for the Undead. Last map on Amazonia, he went for creeping immediately with the hero. This time he keeps the ghouls at home. And still keeps them at home. I wonder, this ziggurat is pretty late, the second one. I wonder if that was intentional or... Very fast graveyard as well. Might point towards a lot of fiends again. Seems to me like last game he went for so many fiends because he didn't really have the lumber because of the many ghouls he lost to transition into frostworms. There's of course no coil here to steal this ogre. Oh, fantastic item. Ensnare on the archer might mean her death. But the DK doesn't really want to take too much damage here. Oh, the Demon Hunter doesn't have boots. But, yeah, 100 HP is going to be more than enough to get back to the safety of the Moonwells. And where the ghouls? Oh, there they are. Finally coming out to creep. And going for the High Priest immediately. Hoping for the sentry wards, most likely. And it is the Wand of Illusion. Also not too bad to provide some information. Boots of Speed and Dust. What?
A player's forces are under attack.
Was that a misclick? Probably. Because the DK already has a Dust in his inventory. Even the Great Moon makes mistakes. Agent of War wins the fight against an illusion. And the ghouls, it's 5 of them, so it's not too many. This Demon Hunter has good inventory as well as 3 archers, so if he gets around, he's gonna be able to kill at least 2 ghouls. More like 3 probably. And that's not worth it. Second hero out. Naga. This is not scouted yet by Lucifer. What's he going for? It is the Lich. Pretty fast, actually. But again, with the lumber issues. He is way too low on lumber for a slaughterhouse right now. He easily has the gold. Oh, the archer is trying to block the DK. Oh my god. I think this is gonna work. This is just too much blocking. Oh my lordy. I missed the beginning of this, but I think it was again invisible archers waiting for the DK to arrive. Oh, and this is kind of looking like game number 1, isn't it? Horrible early game again. This is the first ghoul he's lost, but of course his first hero is down. Where's the Nova, by the way? He easily has the mana, loses the second ghoul. Here comes finally the Nova. He doesn't have the staff here to get the demon out, but he has the greater invul. And Lucifer not having a narrow tower. Moon saw that last game, and now the Lich is surrounded. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a disaster, and he doesn't even have to use the invul. If I'm sounding weird, it's because I'm holding my face in my hands right now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet Mother Mary and Joseph. Honestly, this game's kind of over. Alright. Let's not call it too early, I guess. I hope Lucifer learns after this game. Narrow tower, good idea. How many ghouls does he have left? 2 here and 4 here. That's obviously enough for lumber, but not enough for a big frenzy timing. His saving grace is that the Demon Hunter is not level 3. But only not yet. Because he's gonna be that after this camp. And this is really unusual. Naga harassment. Is he gonna get the last hit? He actually gets it! Oh man! Everything is working for Moon this game, and nothing is working for Lucifer. Not just this game. This entire series, we can say.
A player's forces are under attack.
Whoa, lag. Okay. Agent of War has used this time. Oh, talents! Holy crap! I kind of neglected the main, excuse me. He got a Hunter's Hall. And is now going into talents.
A player's forces are under attack.
I mean, we all know Moon loves talents. That's out of the question, but... oh, lol.
Town is under siege.
Another fantastic item. Why? Why? Does he just want to have fun right now? Is that the strategical thought behind this?
A player's forces are under attack.
Both players sitting at about 40 supply. But the Night Elf hero is quite a bit stronger. Is he gonna expand again? Skeleton here to scout, sees the talents and must be thinking, what in the hell is going on?
A player's forces are under
Master
attack.
training is about to finish. And it's gonna be talons and hippos. Okay. Lucifer again expecting the expansion and seeing to his disappointment that nothing such is here. I wonder, like, buying double boots of speed, of course, is super expensive. But oftentimes, or most of the time when Night Elves go for Naga, they give the boots over to their Naga, which makes sense. But I wonder if boots on the demon might be nice as well, since he weaves in and out. Oh my god, does he get the last hit? No, he didn't. And he didn't get the item either. Here comes the Cyclone. This might be a surround on the Death Knight. He has a greater invul though. Cyclone, Cyclone, Cyclone everywhere! But the army doesn't seem to be too big for Lucifer. The DK stuck on the wrong side. He's only level 2 still. The Lich! What are you doing, buddy? But the Naga in trouble herself has to use the TP and the coil. Man, that was close. As one more Fiend dies in the back. And the Lich with a mana burn. Like the last second you could see the lightning mana burn, which you can always see when they staff back or TP back. As close as it gets, good control there from Moon, realizing he can take out the Fiend and the Lich after that. And now we have the expansion. He's using Cyclone against creeps. This might be the first time I've ever seen that. Does he really want to wait the 20 seconds? I guess he does. A Lich has been rebought from the tavern. That is of course expensive. But I think the right move. He needs this Lich to be leveling up. I think that DK should not be taking up experience here. He really needs the Nova level 3 against the Talons. Shade, by the way, is getting perfect information of all of this. I hope he doesn't have a Boneyard. Nope. Boneyard obviously makes 0 sense against this composition. He needs mass Fiends for Web against the Hippos and a lot of Destroyers against the Cyclone. And he does get some time to creep here now. The Lich is pretty stacked. And will be level 3 now as well. I had a ladder game yesterday on Twisted Meadows where I found so many intelligence items and even tomes on my Lich. I had I had 51 intelligence. That was so crazy. I know, very interesting. But I laughed when I saw that. 51 intelligence. When do you ever see that? That was fun. Here comes the Creep Jack. And Moon doesn't want to fight. Coil will be getting rid of one of the Talons with the help of the Destroyer, but expansion finishes up. The Entangle Goldmine will not take too long either. Surprised Moon doesn't take a fight here. Oh, he found the Ankh. And he's gonna keep it. Everything to keep this team alive. He is so survivable, man. Ankh, I wanted to say Greater Invul, but now it's on the Naga. And also the Rune Bracers.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pendant of Energy, certainly nice. And Moon's breaking. We have a different strategy on map number 1. Map number 2, excuse me, compared to map number 1. But it still looks kind of similar. As in, Moon gets an advantage early, expands behind it. Lucifer will be forced into an all-in attack. And if he doesn't win that attack decisively, he loses the game. And it seems like more than half of all games in this matchup look like this.
Forces are under attack.
He's morphing his Destroyers. Now he's gonna have 58 supply, 60 supply. But 5 Hippos 4 Fiends against this. He can deal with them. He has Web. But not if there's Cyclone. Cyclone on the Lich, not on the Fiends. And the first Fiends die immediately. There's no coil possible because the DK is up in the air. All the time up in the air. Level 5 for the Demon Hunter. Who, by the way, doesn't even need the survivability as he doesn't take any damage at all. And he has plus 29. This guy is an absolute beast. Everything is up in the air. And everything that's not is dying quickly. Lich will not be having the time for a Nova as he's being burned. Invul on the Dark Ranger keeps her alive. But this is over. Second to last Fiend falls. Lich almost falls. Ilmul will save him. But not for long. One coil might heal. But let's be honest. This one's over, folks. Again, the expansion forces the attack. The attack is not successful. And that's it. GG. Moon taking it 2-0 over Lucifer.